What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be continuing on with the prequel season concept series by covering Attack of the Clones. Now obviously there's a whole lot of stuff in Attack of the Clones that can be added to the game, so this video might be a little longer than the first one, but hopefully I can squeeze it all into one video. Now if you haven't seen the Phantom Menace concept video, there will be a link on screen at the end of the video, so make sure to go and check that one out as well. Just like I mentioned in that video, all these ideas are purely my own little concept and speculations. None of this has been announced or rumoured or anything like that, so I just thought I'd reiterate that just so that no one gets the wrong idea. Now getting stuck straight into it, just like the first video, I'm going to start off with some of the maps that we could see added from the movie. Obviously Kamino and Naboo are already in the game, which really only leaves Coruscant and Geonosis, and obviously Geonosis has already been confirmed with the first announcement of the Clone Wars season, so Coruscant is really the only planet that could be added to the game. I'd personally love to see a galactic assault map for Coruscant down on the ground levels of the city like we see at the start of the movie when Obi-Wan and Anakin try and hunt down Zam Wesell in the nightclub scene. Having another urban style map would be awesome for Galactic Assault, and there really are no other maps in the game that are anything like Coruscant in terms of their look, so this is honestly one of the maps that I'd love to see the most. Not only could they make a Galactic Assault map, but they could also make smaller versions as well, which could be used in Strike, Blast and the Heroes vs Villain game modes. Now another map from Coruscant that I'd really love to see would be a Jedi Temple Map, which I think would be absolutely perfect for the smaller game modes, especially the Heroes vs Villain game modes as well. Playing a Game of Hero Showdown inside the Jedi Temple would be such a cool thing to see in the game, and it's such a big building that they really could add any area of the building that they wanted to, whether it be the entrance area, the library section or whatever. There's so many possibilities for maps within the temple. They could also add a Coruscant map to the Starfighter game modes as well. Even though I don't regularly play those game modes, I definitely would play more often if it meant I could fly around Coruscant in a Starfighter, because I think that'd be pretty cool to see. They could make it like the Kamino map in Starfighter Assault, where it's all the way down on the planet rather than up in space, and I think it'd be pretty cool to be able to dodge buildings and other speeders flying around, so I definitely think they'd have to add a map to Starfighter modes if they were going to do a Coruscant map. Now as for Geonosis, I know it has already been confirmed, but obviously as of right now we aren't really too sure on what the actual map is going to be like. So I'm going to put in my 2 cents about some of the maps that I'd love to see from Geonosis as well. I'm assuming the Galactic Assault map we'll be getting is something similar to the scenes at the end of the movie where the large scale battle takes place, but another map that I know a lot of people would really love to see would be the Geonosian Arena for some of the smaller game modes, or even for Extraction, which I think would be really cool to see. I'd absolutely love to see some kind of Extraction map where the game starts inside the tunnels underneath the stadium and the clones have to fight their way through the tunnels and make it out into the actual arena, where there could be some clone gunships waiting to pick up the clones and take them to safety or something like that. More maps for Extraction would always be good in my book, so that's definitely a map that I'd love to see added to the game. Now moving on to some characters that they could add from Attack of the Clones, and I did already mention Padme in the first video, but I thought I'd mention a few more skins that could be added from episode 2. The first skin that they could add is from the very first scene of the movie, and this is the skin that she wears to disguise herself as a Naboo pilot. Now even though this outfit is only really in the movie for a few minutes, I definitely would love to see it, and I think it'd probably be priced at the epic level, which would go for 40,000 credits. The next skin that I think is definitely everyone's favourite Padme skin would be the one that she wears on Geonosis, and I think this one would definitely have to be a legendary skin, seeing as it's probably one of her most iconic outfits in the whole prequel trilogy. I can imagine about 70% of players will be wearing the skin when they play as Padme, so I think they'd be pretty stupid not to price it at 80,000 credits. As for some of the other characters that they could add to the game, one that has been requested by so many people would be Jango Fett. Now originally I didn't really want Jango all that much, as Boba is already in the game, so I didn't think there'd be all that much difference. But when I actually had to think about it, I realised just how cool it would be to be able to see Jango flying around with his twin blasters and that massive rocket on top of his jetpack. Even though he's not in the movie all that much, he really is one of the most important characters in the whole trilogy, seeing as he is the original clone template, so I think he definitely would need to be added to the game. As for a light side counterpart, Mace Windu would definitely be another character that everyone would love to see added to the game, and I think if they were to add Jango, then they definitely would have to add Windu as well. Not only would it be cool to see Windu and Jango fighting again, but it would be pretty cool to see Boba and Windu fighting as well, since they do have their own little story arc in the Clone Wars series as well. As for his skins, I'd say his base skin would be the one that he wears when he's fighting in just the regular Jedi tunic. And then they could add a robed version as well, which would probably be priced as a rare level skin, costing 20,000 credits. Now moving on to some possible reinforcements, I'd love to see Geonosians added to the game for use on any of the Geonosis maps. I definitely think it would be cool to hover around as a Geonosian, and their blasters are honestly pretty awesome as well, so I think it'd be a bit of a missed opportunity if they didn't add them to the game. The addition of a few vehicles from the movie would be also pretty cool to see. They have already confirmed the Staps, Bark Speeders and ATTEs are coming to the winter update, but there are a few more vehicles from the Battle of Geonosis that I would love to see them add to the game as well. The first one is the IG-227 Hailflyer tank, and even though technically it's a droid and not actually a vehicle, I think it'd be pretty awesome to see these things driving around the map, firing rockets all over the place. Another vehicle that I'd love to see added is the OG-9 Spider Walker, which is one that I've actually seen requested a fair bit by the community, and I feel like this would be the perfect vehicle for them to add to any Geonosis maps, since I think it would be really balanced in terms of some of its abilities and weapons. It has a few different cannons attached to it, so I think it could work similarly to how the AT-ATs work, with different abilities linking to different weapons and stuff like that. Now, as for a few skins that could be added to the characters already in the game, obviously Anakin and Obi-Wan aren't in the game just yet, but they are confirmed, so I will be throwing in some skins as well. Anakin could obviously have his Padawan skin that he wears throughout the movie, and my guess for the price would probably be an epic level skin costing 40,000 credits, and he could also get a robed appearance as well, which he does wear at certain points throughout the movie. As for Obi-Wan, he could also have his Attack of the Clones appearance added as well, with that luscious mullet that made all us Aussies fall in love. And similar to Anakin, he could also get a robed version as well, since he does wear his robes when he faces off against Jango on Kamino, with both probably costing 40,000 credits as well. So anyway, that's going to be it for the Attack of the Clones season concept, guys. Like I mentioned in the last video, I'm looking at doing a bit more stuff like this, so if you guys do enjoy these kinds of videos, then make sure to leave a like to help support the channel. As this is a little different to the usual guide videos on the channel, definitely feel free to let me know what you guys think of the video down in the comments section. And if you do have any ideas for maps or skins or anything like that, then feel free to let everyone know as well. If you are new to the channel, then feel free to subscribe and make sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any more Battlefront 2 content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.